And it is time to go live from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the morning steam for Friday, November 10th, the home of Formula One. We're ready next week. Formula One comes to Las Vegas. We've been preparing for a century, apparently, and well, it's not quite good enough for those guys, but we'll see. This is also the entertainment capital of the world, I think, last I checked. So good luck with that Formula One. Probably, Vegas was so hot to bring Formula One here. They've got enough. I mean, Formula One, you're not anything special, but anyways, traffic's a nightmare. Nobody's happy, but we're ready for next week here, no matter what you might hear in the media. Hey, everybody, nice to see you. Where to begin today on sports betting? I should have came on frozen, like I didn't know where to go, what to do here today with this incredible schedule of sports action. Uh, we don't have any pro football. We didn't have any last night either, did we? With the Bears and the Panthers. The Bears played a near flawless game, and they needed it to uh, hang in there with the Panthers and win that game. They were a double winner, weren't they? Yesterday, the Bears, not only did they get a 3-point win, but they also handed the Panthers, who they happen to own their number one draft choice, a loss. Good job, Bears. The Bears have done something right. Where's my Chicago gang? That was something worth celebrating last night for the Bears and for uh, my man, Bag Boy. I know Bajan is probably just a stopgap. Who knows what the Bears are doing. Basketball last night. How about it? The NBA. They had the Pacers and the Bucks. We said, hey, go over in this one, right? Always a high score with those two teams. And how about baloncesto desde Ciudad de Mexico? Hawks and Magic played their game in Mexico City last night, and that one was a high scoring game too. Hey, we had that one right on the show also, 2-0 with our NBA picks. Hockey last night, the big story, of course, the San Jose Sharks. Who can't stop talking about these guys? The Sharks against the Oilers. Could you believe that game last night? I heard I was watching the uh, another game, and the announcers were being critical of those teams. Yesterday, I was watching the Canucks and the Senators, and the Canucks announcers were making fun of the Oilers and the Sharks. All of a sudden, must be not life is good when you're the Canucks with whatever 9 or 10 wins, whatever they have. So we'll see tonight. If you've already seen the NHL odds, it is the biggest uh, joke of the season, line of the season, with the Sharks tonight going up against the Golden Knights, and the Golden Knights were a $5 favorite. Apparently, the Knights have agreed with the NHL to go without a goalie tonight, and the line is appropriately moved. They're still minus 300, though. No, I'm just kidding. We'll take a look at the NHL schedule tonight. And we'll also look at a few college basketball games. There's only a ton of college basketball games, you guys. The onus will be on you if you want to make any suggestions for any games. I'll preview maybe 4 or 5 games tonight. College basketball, and also there are 2 college football games to look at. And we're going to maybe look at a few more for tomorrow, maybe just 4 or 5. There's too many games. This is, we could have been normal, you guys. We could have been sitting here talking about, like it was uh, Regis and Kathy Lee, or uh, nowadays it's her and her husband on there, right? Not Kathy, but Kelly and her husband. So, anyways, we could have talked about the simpler things in life, but no, we had to go the route of sports betting. But this is the way we want it. Huge day today of sports. This is going to be awesome card, especially if you like college basketball. This first game is just less than 4 hours away today if you want to watch a little early action. Let me say hello to my crew rolling in here. Curtis is here today to open the doors again. Oh, it's so great. I hope, uh, Curtis, if you just came in and, look, you're busy and everything. If you just came in to open the doors every day and make sure everything's in order here, that would be enough for me. So appreciate seeing you back. Thomas is here. Let's like and smash. Get ready to cash. Bill Beasley, everybody want to welcome Bill Beasley here. Um, man, I'm looking at that. Uh, Avatar. Could it be? I see a red college team. It could be the Ville. I might have to blow it up here. I want to see it. Yes, it is the Ville after last night's game. Sigh of relief for Cardinals fans yesterday. They almost blew their chance at a big time bowl game. There, that loss probably would have knocked them out of one of those big bowls. I would guess right now, if you look at, there's a few. Yeah, every media organization has their bold projections. It's not like it used to be, and they change them up every. It's not even a projection. You just kind of try to fit the teams in the standings of the pecking order and whatnot. But no doubt, Louisville was headed for one of the better bowl games during the holidays, and there still are. They still are. They got that win. Close call. My college football on the table here. Let me take a look at how we did last night in college football. We had a premium winner last night, Southern Miss and UL Lafayette to go over. Louisville did not come close to covering, obviously. It was a sandwich spot, so no doubt about it. Um, they got caught up in that, and boy, it didn't. I mean, down a touchdown and coming back like they did, a little bit of clutch for Louisville, but still too close for comfort because Virginia obviously is trying to repair their situation, and that other game was pretty exciting. Southern Miss and UL Lafayette got off to a quick start. The scoring stopped, and then the overtime was what helped get us there for a premium winner. Also, premium winner Panthers, Bears under. Not never a doubt continues the rash of unders in prime time. Remember, the Thursday unders had not been as solid right now as the Sunday and Monday unders, but now I believe 4-6 on Thursday night in the 10 weeks to the under so far. Bears get the push. We got the push on the show. It felt like when I was saying, I'm like, I guess I could go with either team here. Uh, Probably a 3-point game. Maybe this was supposed to be the other than the Bears getting that extra push with that win. Maybe the Eddie Money game, but he didn't get the chance there with the Panthers. He ended up with that short kick. Eddie, not with the strongest leg, as accurate as he can be. So that was NFL last night. And Ferner here today as well. Hitting the action. Thank you guys. We've only got a dozen in here so far. I guess we'll just head over to tonyspicks.com. Maybe I need to mix up the order of the show. And that's not what it's all about. I want to feature my crew at the website and see who did what over at tonyspicks.com on Thursday. I was watching a lot of games, but I was watching one of my high school games. It was two 10-0 teams in the county semifinals here in Well, I'm in Vegas, but back in my hometown of San Diego, 46-45. My team that I was rooting for won in overtime and beat the Alabama prospect with a freshman goal. Oh man, I was excited. Okay, anyways, let me get to my gambling sports here. Here's Collins Brown. Hats off to Collins. He goes 5-0 to top the handicapper leaderboards. Tiffany Mance goes 5-1 on the day. The leaderboard is deep. Was it easy? Is it good handicap? It's good handicapping. We know that, but lots of winners from the crew here. Take a look at these numbers. Mindy Hahn, 67%. Ralph Raymond, 75%. Joseph Schultz won both of his plays yesterday. Marlo Pettis, he also was a winner at 75%. I've made my way to the handicapper leaderboard again here 3 of the last 4 days, not putting it away. Need that big day here. Nick Vartini, 67%. Nick Lagaretto, 60%. Ben Ruhala won his only play, as did Eli Richards and Sean Dinwiddie. Went 2-1. Robbie, Ronnie C. They're all in the profit. A very deep leaderboard yesterday for the handicappers at Tony'sPicks.com. Over the last 7 days, it's Tony T on top of the handicapper leaderboards with a 19-9 record plus 911 units. Ben Ruhala up 481 units. Chauncey Giles is up 3 units over the last 7 days. Ralph Raymond and Joseph Schultz also showing profit. Chauncey Giles is up nearly 21 units over the last 30 days. Hollywood Sam's up 20 units. Daniel Walasachuk is up 11 units over the last 30 days. Probably Samba Murdy and Ben Ruhala also up well over 8 units over the last 30 days. Click on the Premium Picks tab. You'll find our top plays from our crew, 3-pack, 5-pack, 7-packs of profit guaranteed plays. Our packages must show a profit based on a $100 unit size for each pick released, or you will receive credits back to your account if we don't finish in the black on any of these packages. And you can use them for that same handicapper, another handicapper, so you always get a winning experience at Tony's Picks. We want to send you off the right way with that package right away and get to those winners. Take a look. Daniel Walasachuk, a 3-pack. Nick Bartini's already got a 7-pack tonight in NBA and NHL. Collins Brown is going to the college hardwood. Best bets from the crew tonight include Nick Bartini. He's got an underdog best bet tonight. Check it out. And $15 picks from the crew are yet to come. Click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, and get signed up. Click on their handicapper profile page. You can check there, see their previous records in all the sports, how they're doing currently, and then you can subscribe. There you see my lengthy list of records here. Look at this. I mean, it's college basketball season, and while I'm just getting rolling right now with some winners yesterday in college hoop, and we'll talk about some of those. You can see my numbers right here, you guys. We're fully documented. I'm just entering these plays into a back end system against some of the toughest lines in the world. And in college basketball, this calendar year, so this would be back to January 1st of this year, mostly last season, after the turn of the calendar, I was up 43 and 3/4 units here on the website. You see my record there, 326 and 257 college basketball. You get a high volume from me, a lot of plays in college basketball. And, well, that's where the opportunity lies. So please consider subscribing to my packages. Take a look at those records right there. By the way, NHL, 23 units this year. NFL, 19 units. My best sports here in 2023 are all going right now. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Yeah, I'm up there in some of the other sports too, as you see. And you can check out my 3-day or my 7-day, 30-day, or year-long passes, or for the specific sports as well. And you can check out the previous records. Okay, enough of that. We've got to get moving with the show. There are so many games. Hello to Mike. Thank you. Great to see you here stopping by in the chat from my Facebook page. And hope all is doing well, and great to have you come in, and just even if it's just to say hi, Mike. Appreciate you very, very much, and hope your family is doing well. Really excited that you stopped in here to say hi. Funny how I stream the Facebook, right, to show everybody, hey, I'm a lot, whatever. I stream it on my personal Facebook page, the show here going out to the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, 40,000 subscribers, the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut. And Mike coming in there and saying, nobody no family, no friends, nobody comes in there really to say hi. So I think they forgot about me after all these years. I should have been more active on Facebook. I should be like our grandmas. They're on Facebook. Gerardo, hello. And Solo here today. Ferner's ready to go with the picks. And he said he's got more. Okay. Thanks, Ferner. Let's get started. I mean, we can't wait. I mean, there's so many games. This is ridiculous. And they already say get off the air as soon as you can. Get off the air as soon as you can, Ramon. All right, here we go. Let's go ready for the picks here for Friday, November 10th, and see what everybody's going to be on. Want to say hello also to um, Looks is here today. Also, Cindy is here today. Hello, and Terrell is here today. We have our own special cartel, don't we? We're Team Steam after all. All right, well, we'll get it started here and pro basketball. Maybe we'll cover those when we get to some college basketball. Maybe we can talk about the winners from yesterday. We had some pretty good picks yesterday, I thought, on the show, but we want, again, your picks as well. And I know it. I don't know if there's a lot of college basketball teams, so we'll see if we can get to it all. All right, the 76ers are going to take on the Detroit Pistons. NBA action here for Friday night. This is as you will find out, or if you didn't already know, this is NBA in tournament action here tonight. All the games are NBA in season tournament day 2. So you can see some of the teams have played their game, and tonight more of the teams are in action in the tournament. So the 76ers will be at the Pistons here in this one. And this one is opened Philadelphia here now up to as high as a 9-point favorite. They've been on the move here a little bit already this morning. This total has been a big time mover overnight. You see it there at 223. It opened as low as 221, and now it's up to 225. Um, Certainly have seen a lot of these games right now shooting over last night. We saw two more huge numbers as well, which was key, on these games. So uh, let's see how this one's going to go. Looks like you guys are already coming in with hello to Munchie. Nice to see you. And Thomas says he'll take Detroit over the Sixers. And Terrell says, really happy with what Nick Nurse has done. I guess we could talk a little bit, right, about the game from the other night with Philadelphia and Boston, certainly, to kind of, preview this one a little bit with as well as the Sixers played in that game. Look, Cindy wants to go with the first half here. And I want to say hello to, looks like new commenter to me, Rish, who's got his own Superman. He could be the Superman. Thank you, Rish. What a pleasure to have you here. I know you're going, oh, there you go. Yeah, let's get a game we're talking about. We'll talk about all the games here today, but looks like Ferner bought some points here. And Rish says, I like Maxi over as my play as part of the game. See if I can get the NBA matchups here a little bit too. Yeah, we all need a little branding, don't we? I'm terrible at making the thumbnails and stuff like that. It's not my specialty. All right, we got to make the call here on this one and see if you guys have any more comments. I really didn't even get a chance to preview too much into depth in this one, but Thomas also is into Maxi here today. All right, I guess I had a roll here. I was thinking as a home dog, though, you guys seem to be so hot on the Sixers in this matchup. Here comes Ferner with a big play today from involving several with a teaser of all things. Wow. Okay. Well, I see this number going up, and this is one I'm not sure I'm ready to believe in necessarily. All right. Well, I'm having just a little bit of an issue right now. No doubt about it. Rish, I agree. I mean, this is a 76er situation that's very, very positive because of the chemistry. I think that is the whole situation here. And funny, the two, couple crazy chemistry games or teams are playing each other tonight. We'll see what happens. But as long as I got your guys' plays in here, you don't need me to hear from me as much. I don't think I'm going to restart over here with my notes, unfortunately. And probably just go ahead and make my play here on the under. I don't like this. I see it going up. I'm sure it's a very look. It got steamed to the over. There's no doubt about it. Up from as low as what 221, I want to say, up to 225 right now. And I I was leaning under, and I'm just gonna have to take under. I'm not sure I can look and investigate into this move right now and see if it's uh, an injury development here with some personnel. It doesn't feel like it. It just feels like steam right now. So um, we know the Pistons do have, the cluster injuries here a little bit with Ivy out, Burks is out, Harris is out, and they were already dealing with some other injuries as well, with Bogdo being out and Morris being out, and Livers has been out. So it has been a little bit of an issue here for Detroit of late, um, piling up these injuries. They still, as a home dog here now, it's up to 9. I don't know. That might actually still be the consideration for me, but um, that's it's all baked into the line, or is it right? That's what you're supposed to determine. And I think that's one of the more I used to I well, and I still go back to that to a certain extent, but it's only a combative viewpoint, right? We all know if it's baked into the line, it's up to us to determine if there has been a mistake in that recalculation, because you how do you quantify it when you throw it into a computer or whatever we're doing here to make our numbers. So I'm going to take the under here and say that I think I'm fading the sharps here, is what it ends up feeling like in this one. All right. Oh boy. Yeah. Who? Yeah, Tom. Who owns that computer, anyways? Right? Is that what we're saying? All right. Let's move on. I'm taking the under Sixers and the Pistons. And we've got the one game so far. Here's the Hornets and the Wizards. NBA in season tournament action here for Friday. And I'm showing right now this game is moving as high as 3 right now. I'm showing the Wizards are up to a 3-point favorite. They were as low as 2, it looks like here. And the total here is 241. It didn't stop them yesterday. And yeah, was I taken aback by some of those? Did I, try to beat some of these totals under? And I don't know. I could do it again. I don't know if I do it in this one. I'm not going to stop just going with what I feel is right, especially like we talked about with some of the members of the chat. Finding a turning point here. And, could this be the NBA's solution here a little bit to trying to find some, you know, more intense play from teams during the regular season? Is that what the in tournament? Is that what it's all about? Is it being taken seriously by the players? We'll see more as it evolves. I guess teams, you fall out of contention in the in-season tournament, and you still have something else to play for. I don't know. A lot of people are critical of this tournament. I think great. I've been in favor of some of the things that we've seen from professional sports with some of the changes that we, been hard. And I'm supposed to be an old guy, an old geezer that doesn't like change. Maybe I do. All right, here comes Ferner with the whiz and the over. Here's Munchie says, "Give me the Hornets." And wow, this team is really. I mean, there's so many games, you guys. All right, give you a good look at my big old ear there. Take a look at the hair and the wax, and here we go with the Hornets and the Wizards in this one. I'm still, unfortunately, you guys, I'm not making excuses here. I'm just having a little bit of technical issue again. One day, we'll have all the. All right, here we go. Oh. All right. Hornets and Wizards here. Look, these two teams have been going over a little bit of late so far this season. And I don't know, even with this number now, the reported team came in on the under, but it's still one of those 240 games where those numbers have those totals a little bit have been still going over. I mean, I think we saw that again last night, although the Mexico City game was about a 230-ish or so, right? Here we go. All right, finally, I think. All right. Yeah, in this one, for me, I certainly think I would look towards the Hornets here, getting the points on the road. It's close here with this matchup. It's not too pretty, certainly, coming into this one. Want to say hello to Ramsey as well here today. All right. I'll just make the call here on the Hornets here in this one, getting the points on the road. They're getting 3 points. I may be interested in the total over. It's just hard right now. These 240s are definitely starting to move over. The Sharps want to keep hitting them under, and they're not doing that. They're not anything special, believe me. I mean, I would think this game probably is going to be a high scoring over type of game. That's the way I would look. And may just end up doing it again. Hello to Gary as well. Thanks for joining me today and helping me out here. Just having a little issue, and hopefully you'll bear with me. And we'll just go with the picks. I mean, I've got my numbers out and ready to go, but would like to have my notes up and ready to go. Try one more thing here. See if I can get that going. All right. All right, here they are, the Nets. This is our favorite team, right? With the Nets here right now, considering their winning ways, the way they're making us money. Yeah, they're a 500 team so far, but they're the most profitable team, I think, in the NBA thus far, aren't they? They're 7-0-1 against the spread coming in right now and taking on a Celtics team that, well, it's easy to kind of make fun of Boston a little bit. They're still 5-2, but 2-3-2 against the spread. They have won both of their home games so far. Make no mistake here, and they're probably, when you see them favored like this against a team that's been so resurgent, if you will, I guess that's how we could call it, with the Nets right now. Remember, I like teams that appear to be doing things the right way. The Nets have gotten away a little bit from that philosophy of just go get high priced talent. I mean, you could, but you got to get the right high priced talent, right? the guys with character a little bit, right? The guys who aren't necessarily right. We see Giannis get mixed up with his double technicals. We're like, what are you doing, ref? What are you doing? I mean, we see these other goofballs. They're just trying to make they're trying to get attention or whatever. It was just terrible, something like that. Anyways, the reported steam did come in on the over in this one. I would think this one's probably going to be. I would think this looks like the high scoring game to me right now. Thomas says he likes the under in this one. Here is Munchie with Boston. Terrell says you got to stay on this Nets train right now. You're getting double digits here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the over right now. I do want to reserve the right to go with Brooklyn a little later. I'm just not convinced just yet, even with these double digits. And uh, it kind of says that maybe this is going to be the situation that the Celtics could rock somebody here finally. Look, Brooklyn's been great, and it's going to be hard to get off of them here, but this would be the way the patterns go, the spot here. Chad says is going to go. I can't see that. I cannot see that right now. But I did see a little bit of buy here recently with Boston. Let me see. Did it go up to 11? Yeah, I should probably update it. Thank you, Chad. Well, it's gone to 11 and a half or so. Was lower than that even right now, but I'm showing it up to 11 and a half and, well, 228 right now. Let me call it, since I am going over, I'll even put 229 because it just feels like it's going to, oops, what happened there? It does feel like it's just going to continue to go higher. On this total right now. I think that everyone's kind of buying it. The last move came in on the under, and it was at 229 and a half. The low of the opening line was as low as 224 and a half. So I'm never going to be able to make this as a premium now. This one's gotten away from me, and I don't know if there's a whole lot of, there's no value, but I like this one to be a high scoring game. I just can't get away from it. And thank you for your comments. Ziggy has nice to have Ziggy stop by here today. We get Ziggy's plays, and we're honored to have him here right now. All right. Nathan says maybe, we're talking about last night's game. All right.
System play. System play.
All right, here they are, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Spurs. They do have a very weird contrast here, and I don't know how this is going to unfold for you guys in the chat or where you might go with this one. Maybe we'll just talk about the side because that might be the appropriate thing to do. But you do have the Timberwolves, a surprise best defense in the NBA, or at least the most improved, the most significantly improved, the total, change of philosophy defense here, if you will. I just don't know how else to say it at this point, but it is obviously a thing at this point with the Timberwolves and their defense. Now you're going up against the Spurs that, while they would love to play some type of defense, they've got pretty much absolutely nothing defensively right now. So what happens when this type of matchup and I don't think it's too many now. There'll be some regression, I'm sure, for the numbers for Minnesota defensively, but the philosophy, it looks like it's a real situation. Like, at least even if they were to, I want to say, talk about what the regression could look like, because remember they're 5-2. I don't know if Minnesota's going to go out there and be a 50 win. Maybe they will. I mean, they've obviously got one of the best studs right now in the league in Edwards. If anything, he's the hot, kind of the hottest player in the league to a certain extent as far as, um, we've already saw his stock take off dramatically last season, and especially in the second half of last season and even before. I mean, Edwards has been an impact player who just continues to get better right now, and okay. Maybe he's most underrated superstar in the league, right? I mean, it feels like he should be, or borderline, borderline. He's a superstar, and maybe he's just not being talked about like a superstar, but he certainly seems to be. He certainly is. So the Spurs are 3-5. They're also 3-5 so far against the spread. No defense leads to a lot of overs, right? So right now they have gone uh, over in 7 of their 8 games thus far this season. But uh, yeah, and that's just and again, so like I said, and he did have a rough game, right? And I said, look, if this guy's gonna have more, he is a can't miss superstar, but I think his style of game combined with being on a very bad team is going to lead to some of these games being kind of um when he has a clunker, I mean, it's really going to look bad, and then people are going to wonder, what is is this guy not all he's cracked up to be? And his frail appearance, his you know, he's thin, right? So he gets pushed around a little bit, and he'll fill out a little bit for
Team
sure.
play.
Uh, you know, people don't want to maybe make the comparison to Giannis, and maybe he is a bit more built, larger physically, but Giannis also has worked on his bulking up as well. He was pretty thin, maybe not like Wembanyama, but I want to equate them now. While Giannis is an MVP, and I don't know if Wembanyama, he should make it to near MVP status one day. I would
System
think
play.
with this guy. That maybe he's not quite the status of a Giannis as he will be in just 2, 3, 4 years, whatever. But to me, he's that type of player. He is going to be a major impact player in the league in the future. So. All right, thank you, Ziggy, for your comments. Yeah, maybe Chad. He should be. He could be, and we'll see, right? Because he's going to be playing.
Team play.
You look at his kind of age, and you look at Antetokounmpo. They're kind of on a course, right? These guys are supposed to be kind of the face of the league a little bit moving forward, but you have all these other young, talented players as well. So. All right. Well, for me, I can only see. I think when you have a clash of these two type of teams in this situation, I would probably tend to favor the over here in this one, and not the Timberwolves. So I'm gonna. This is tricky, right? So, what is it? 225.5 right now. Two
Team
twenty
play.
five. I'll take over, and I'll go over. I'll leave it at 225.5. Uh, and we'll just have to move on here. Okay. The Utah Jazz are going to take on the Memphis Grizzlies. NBA action for Friday night, and I'm showing the Grizzlies a 4.5 point favorite, and the total currently at 229.5. In this one with New Orleans on the road. And maybe in this one, the injury situation a little more significant than in some of the other games. You have Zion. I don't know what's going on now. I haven't even had time to keep up with the latest, but was there some more drama with Zion, some more off court drama as well here? Apparently, needs a game off. You know, he's gotten himself into some water here and there. It looks like, and this is where there's smoke, there's fire type of situation in these things with a guy like Zion. You have CJ, of course, out, and then you have some of those other injuries. Alvarado, he's out with an ankle injury. Murphy's been out with a knee injury for a couple of days here, a couple of weeks now, it seems like. And Herbert Jones is questionable in this one. Amen Thompson for the Rockets is still out. Oladipo, he's still out as well. And Sengun is questionable tonight with an ankle injury. So this one might have the most significant of the injury news coming in. Take a look at you guys here. Rockets big here from Chad. Burner's got some other teams. Sorry about that. Wow, Chad, that's big. Saw your pick for Rookie of the Year in there. All right. And for me in this one, with the Jazz and the Grizzlies. Oops. Let me call up the right. I'm still having just a tiny issue here. Man. All right. For me in this one, we're going to be on the Jazz here. The reported team came in on the Jazz, and there's been issues. So I know I read off the wrong
System play.
injury report there. I really screwed this game up, you guys. And it has to do with my computer, I'm afraid. So I know you guys caught me on that. Ferner's going to go under here. And I'll just take the Jazz here in this one, getting a few points on the road. You can probably get 4.5 right now in this one. And I think it probably end up being a high-scoring game. Our Ferner did say under. CTG's here today, taking the Jazz. All right, here's that Pelicans and Rockets game right now. I mentioned the injuries. Sorry about that, you guys. Having to use another set of information here. So I mentioned it with Zion having those issues off the court. He is questionable for tonight's game, and McCollum still certainly out. Herb Jones questionable. Mentioned all these injuries just a moment ago. Apologize for the slip up. And I would have to look at this one. I'd probably go hard on New Orleans, I would think, actually, here, despite some of those trends. I'm not sure I want to trust the Rockets here as a home favorite, even with this makeshift crew of the Pelicans at this time. Look, I was impressed with what the Rockets did against the Lakers. Certainly, we had the Rockets on that night. No doubt they're doing great, Chad. I'm looking for Pelican spots, and this feels like it's going to be it to me, and it may be my recommendation here on the show. And Terrell, right? Terrell, that's funny. That's a great point, actually. Chad's got the Chad challenge. Let's do it. Maybe that'll just have to be the one because I'm going to try the Pelicans here today against Houston. Houston's been hot. We've been on them, but today I'm going to be on the Pelicans. So the Chad challenge is a thing, and Chad and I are going to look for spots to be on the same side, but we're also on a spot here we're going to square off, I think. Wow. Okay. Clippers at Mavericks. NBA action here for Friday night with the Clippers coming into town. This is the chemistry matchup of the night, right? I mean, you got uh, the Clippers. This is going to be a disaster, you guys. I want, I Kawhi and when Kawhi and Leonard got together, you thought, hey, maybe they have something here, and they just couldn't get on the court enough. At the same time, they've lost their big games here over the last year or so with those guys, and now you add Harden and just fat. So I don't know what else to look. I mean, uh, when Harden was making those 37 footers like nobody's business and play, but it's different now. Things have changed. And I think that's part of the problem with the veterans when they get old, right? They're all still going to be great to a certain extent. You can go out there, create and produce, but when the production kind of goes down, even Russell Westbrook has found a little bit of uh, to check himself and uh, be a team distributor a little bit. In fact, Russell Westbrook. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of
Team
still
play.
making fun of the, you know, Clippers uh, chemistry a little bit, but I mean, he looks like the good guy almost at this point with the way things are going on. And well, for the Mavericks, I'm still going to bank against them, not necessarily in this game, but long haul in the chemistry department when you got Irving on there at this point. Maybe he'll come along. I mean, this looks like a great spot actually for Dallas for me. I mean, I'm looking you know, two ways at this game hard. I'm looking at Dallas to roll here. I think this is a better spot for Dallas as a favorite against the Clippers. They're down to a 1 point favorite now. The total also going down here to 230, and I'm well behind that. I'm hoping it doesn't go down too much further because I think this one is to me this is a low scoring game with the Clippers and the Mavericks. I don't see it anywhere near 230, quite frankly. I didn't see it anywhere near 233. Yeah, there have been some
Final.
overs with these two teams a little bit, but I don't feel like this is going to be that type of game tonight. Mavericks coming in playing well, obviously 6-2 record right now, just 4-4 against the number. The Clippers, 3-4, 3-4. 3-4 against the spread, but the Clippers haven't won yet on the road. I mean, Dallas should beat these guys. I don't know why the move would be even on the Clippers at this point. I'm taking Dallas for sure. And either way, I was happy. Probably going premium one way or the other in that game, and I'll be happy with either of them right now. Get some comments from you guys. Darren's on Dallas. And does that mean there's a lot of underlocks today? That's scary because there's Solo, though, with me. Terrell making fun a little bit of these guys. Ziggy likes the Clippers here, though. And it feels like the lesser of two evils, maybe, in that one, Ziggy. They'll both probably make the playoffs. And the Clippers are getting so much talk here. Yeah, we'll do a Ziggy challenge now, but we gotta have some other name for it. Something with a Z, obviously. I don't think Jason. I don't have not much with a J. Darren says, don't forget Dallas 6-2 to the over. Yeah, I get that, but um, Clippers do have a elite defensive player. That's not the handicap necessary because the widely reported steam came in on the over in this game originally, and since then, straight down.
Team play.
Straight down like that lady that tried to just put all of her life savings into the company that is now a penny stock, and she's hoping it doesn't go any lower. You better be good when you bet on yourself. Thunder and Kings. The Thunder on the road here as a favorite. They are down to a 2-point favorite a lot of places now, and the total is up to 230. So the Kings, the move is on the Kings here. The move is on the over. In this one, the widely reported steam came in on the over here. This one was as low as
System play.
224. There you go. There's one of those big movers, big movers to the over. I don't know if I'm really buying into it really at this point. And I do think that for me, I'm going to probably be on the look. Maybe this isn't the spot for the Thunder buddies. I don't know, but right now it does feel like I don't want to necessarily go against them here at this point. I think there might be even some talk that hey, we don't we don't want to necessarily go against the or take the Thunder buddies in this role. Don't say it. Don't say the word. The Thunder. The Thunder. Don't add the other word. John Holland, nice to see you today. Great to have you. Ziggy on the Kings. Oops, went back too far there. All right. And for me, I'm going to take the Thunder here on the road, laying the small number here to the Kings. I still want to try these guys at this point with their 5-3 record thus far. They've won both their road games. They are the Thunder after all. And sure, do we want a team as a home dog that kind of fits the Thunder's description? Yeah, of course we do, but that's not what we're getting here, and I'm still willing to take them. All right, I'm finally back over here. I'm back. Steam just roll. I don't know how we can tackle this college Steam, you guys. I mean, I guess I could just reel them up, roll them off. I mean, that'd be boring, but as long as you guys got your pens, pencils, and scorecards ready. I mean, there's only like 100 games today. Talking about De'Aaron Fox still being out. Yeah, and but again, that total is on the rise, and this one is supposed to be the ones that you're most concerned with on these totals. I maybe it will go over, but it's going to be hard for me to play a 6-point move anyway, but under. And that's where I usually try to trust the bookmakers, and maybe it doesn't always work out that way. And I've had some losers on some of those big totals trying to stay under. All right, the Lakers and the Suns here tonight on the road. Lakers an underdog here, of course. 3.5-point favorite for the Suns. The total's gone up here to 225. Okay, whatever. It's on me to get these totals right. And while it does, maybe it's taking some settling in. I will get there. I mean, in this one, I would only think under. I mean, they're going to keep building it up over. And I know the Sharps are probably on the over. That's what it says here. Let me see. I'm finally back up and running over here. Why does my computer crash when I go on the air? All right. In this one, I'm just going to take the under. I can't see it happening an over game with the Lakers on the road right now in this setting. I mean, again, I guess the Sharps. I mean, that's why they are who they are. Leaving me behind. I guess I've just lost my status here. Lakers so far 0-5 on the road. They've been just swell, right? They're 2-6, 6 unders in 8 games so far. Yeah, Phoenix going over, no doubt. 5 overs in 8 games so far, but not for me. Maybe it's the Suns that'll get the big number, but I don't even know what's a premium anymore. feels like that could be a pretty solid play. I'll take the under with the Lakers and the Suns tonight. Verner's going under. Thomas is going under. CTG under. Ziggy on the Lakers. Actually, the thing is, I mean, I don't know if I can get to the Lakers on a premium. It might be uncomfortable to release, but right now the Lakers actually look like you got to check all the personnel. You got to make sure everything's because remember Davis missed the last game, or Davis, is on the injury report and he's listed as questionable. But to me, I'm trying to find a way, trying to make sure, even if he's out. I mean, the Lakers could be getting my attention here today, and it's tough, right? Tough to recommend the Lakers here right now, the way things are going, but they are Chad. But apparently they are not going to go 0-40, 0-41 on the road, or are they? All right, that's a look at the NBA tonight. Got to keep it moving. NHL action for Friday. Calgary on the road here. It's at least the goalie computer works for me half the time. While I am a professional here, don't skimp on technology. That's what I always say. I always go for, why not? All right, Markstrom. Wohl is confirmed in goal here for Toronto today in this one, and they're favored. And I don't know, is this a discount? I thought Toronto, I saw them last night, was as high as $1.70. And now they're down to $1.45, maybe even $1.50 here. The total 6.5 over at minus 130, 135 or so in this one. And well, for me, if I'm going to get that big of a discount, I mean, I'm probably only going to look one direction here. And we're not talking about the group, but I'm going to take it. I'll put it $1.50 just in case. Is there anything higher? Yeah, DraftKings even $1.55. I'm going to be on Toronto in this one. I'll call it $1.55 here right now. Don't want any part of Calgary going on the road at this point. Those teams are not looking too good, and I'm willing to start with a little chalk here on this NHL card. I mean, I'm probably thinking total here for a premium. Don't want to say one way or I don't know if I want to say one way or another here. Look, the public is going to be on the over in this one. I'm showing no sevens at this point, but it did get to seven for a while at one book, and I know everybody's going to be thinking over in this one. I'm probably going to be contrarian. The Sharps are on the under, it feels like to me. But let me take Toronto as my play before I give too much away. Solo, hello. Ziggy's on the Leafs here. Hey, E. Burke, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by and talk about the Sharks yesterday. Hey, we got it done with the Sharks. Somebody had to take them. And that's what we, I don't know. I can act very square at times, but I also feel like I'm that guy that's going to say, I'll take this team. And you're going to get embarrassed sometimes when you do that.
Play.
But I'm not worried. What do I? Well, I don't want. I do want to represent good on Tony's channel. Here's the Hurricanes and the Panthers. Antiranta on the road here, a favorite. They're to $1.30 or so. The total 6.5. Over is juice now, probably minus $1.20 or so. We've seen a little bit of action here coming on the over with Carolina and Florida. Let me change. I'm gonna go with Frederick Anderson here. I'm gonna change Antiranta I'm going to change him to Frederick Anderson and go with that. We'll see here, but the line services are starting to switch to Anderson. So, if anything, kind of like that. And I already was thinking under in this game. To be honest with you, I also think that now if Anderson's in there, I'm already thinking Carolina as well. So I don't know which way we want to go. What do you guys got here in this one? Ziggy looks like he going over in this one? I'm not sure. M looks is he going under in this one? Not sure. Could be that last game. So I'll just leave it alone right now. I don't know what game it is. You guys, if I could figure it out, but both these games were 6.5, for example. So I don't want to put you guys on the wrong game. Here is Mike on the Hurricane. Is Mike on the Hurricanes here? Yeah, looks like he is, and I am too. Let's do it, Mike. If Mike's on him, I'm on him. Maybe that's how the consensus should work. I'm still trying to figure out here how to work it. And I think totally in line with looks here on this one. I'm thinking Hurricanes and under. Uh, but well, let's give out the Hurricanes as our play here on the show. All right. These are great handicaps, aren't they? That's what happens when you got 50 million games.
Steam play.
Okay. I guess I could just come read off the Steam, but then I wouldn't get to make any picks. And I'd just be called the Steam Chaser. All right. Here's the Wild and the Sabres. Look, the Wild's been great. It looks like the Sharps are all over the Wild, whatever. I'm not going to be on the Wild today. I'm going to be on the Sabres. You want a handicap? There it is. I think I can get the Sabres at even a cheaper price than this. Look, I think these teams, the Wild just 5-6-1, despite having some good performances. And Gustafson, yeah, he's been fine. Let me look at the goalies here, actually. Here, because I don't know about this. I mean, the line services are starting to show Flurry. Uh, no, Gustafson's confirmed, no doubt about it. Right, he's confirmed. Right, I was going to say, how are they going to? I don't see them playing Flurry in this game. Okay, yeah, Gustafson confirmed. Look, it's been rough for Gustafson, no doubt about it. He's got a goals against approaching 5 right now, 4.88. His goals against average, 87% save percentage, and a 2-3 record. I want the Buffalo Sabres here. I want them maybe as a premium. I'm not sure on the total. So I'm not even going to give it out. And just I don't just toss out plays like on every game. Well, I do, but if I'm not sure, definitely I go with my premium if I got nothing on the other one. I want you guys to have good plays. We got, sports every day, so we could throw out the games there. And I hope, you guys take it seriously when I do. Buffalo for me here tonight. Maybe it actually is a little bit
System play.
at $1.20 or so. It's just fine. Buffalo for me in this one. All right. Here is a pick for Ziggy going under, so it gives me a little bit of help here um, that I'm looking for. The Washington Capitals are on the road against the New Jersey Devils, and I think we made fun of the Capitals long enough back at the beginning of the season. They've now reached over the 500 mark. The Devils, have they been good? Yeah, they've been good so far. So good matchup here tonight with the Caps and the Devils. Devils coming in 7-4 so far. Caps are 5-4-2 currently. Coming into this one. A pretty big number here, but man, I probably want to think this will be a situation where maybe we can get on the Devils tonight. That total at 6.5. While I do prefer that, I would lean to the over. I don't like leans here, but What can I do about this New Jersey price at $1.75? Uh, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I can lay the puck line here necessarily on this one. Maybe the Caps have been playing a little bit too well, but I do feel like New Jersey is the team that I want in the game. I want to look at one stat here. Make sure these goalies also with Kemper, yeah, Kemper and Schmidt, Akiri Schmid going in this one. Oh, me. All right. Go ahead and let's see here. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm definitely gonna just take the Devils. I'll take them on the money line. Another big favorite. I'm laying some chalk tonight. Bunch of games out there. I'm not gonna get too creative here. I'll take the Devils minus $1.80. Here things are just going off, and if I could just, all right. Ziggy says, don't you better look into that series history with these guys because this one has been Capitals owning the Devils of late. All right, maybe we can do that real quick if it comes up for me. And Mike says he'll take the Capitals as well. Fair enough, you guys can issue the challenge out there. Washington won the first meeting this season a couple of weeks ago, 6-4 on the road. And Devil last year, they played a couple of overtime games. Devils won 5-4 in overtime in April. New Jersey won in a shootout 3-2 in March. And their other two meetings were also a split.
Steam play.
All right, give me the Devils here. Flyers and Ducks NHL action here for Friday. The Flyers on the road against those surprising Ducks. Let's just call it what it is. Gibson looked good again the other night. I'm showing Hart and maybe Gibson could be in there again, but I think right now the sites are showing Dostal in there. Hart is confirmed. Pardon me for the Flyers in this one. Hart comes in with a 2.52 goals against average and a 4-3 record so far this season. And for me, I'm probably going to take the Flyers, actually, my least favorite team to take, but that's who I'm going to be on tonight. Dostal's been pretty good. He's got a 5-1 record so far this season, but some early steam did come in on Philly here. And even it would be unusual for me to take Philly in this spot, whatever the spot is. But that is the way I'm going to end up going here at this price. Is it a pick 'em currently? No. See, I'm showing one book. I'm showing Bovada's already moved to $1.25. Stations has moved to $1.25. The move here apparently is on the Flyers. So maybe that'll be my excuse is I can't go with the Flyers on a premium. That would just, I'm not one of those guys though. Even though I make fun of the Flyers and probably off the Flyers more than I'm on them. True to myself, my numbers, and my algorithm, and I'm going to take the Flyers here against my Ducks. Ducks, one of my teams. All right. One more on the ice tonight. It's going to be those Sharks on the road against Vegas. And well, yeah, it's funny. It's funny here. Bovada's even higher now. I mean, I'm still showing 500, 600, you name it. They're on it. And, here's the thing. It's hard, right? I don't know if I can even get on the Sharks in this matchup. The price would say to get on them, you know, no one in their right mind could possibly want to play the Golden Knights here at this price. Um, so I'd have to recommend the Sharks. But, what would I do? I guess I would take them plus two and a
Speed
half
played.
in this one.
Speed played.
They are professional athletes. I know we've seen those two. We saw those two games last week. We've also seen the Sharks play, one goal games or whatever, right? They haven't lost every game by 10 goals. They've competed in some games. They've even competed, let's see, Blackwood and Hill here, right? What do I have listed on screen? Let me go back to it. Kakinen and Thompson. Let me see. This one I don't feel quite right here. I just want to see a few more stats and who they have in at goal because I'm showing both names kind of all over. So, all right, I better just go with it. I mean, if I can't get the latest goalie information right now, I mean, you just got to go with what you got. Yeah, no, and Mike, we had them, and we get them every year, but they're usually, in May. So Ziggy says just lay it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. As yes, have they looked historically bad in some games? Yes, and that
Six plays.
is of concern. But they've also competed a little bit, and it just in professional sports, it just you can't make a point of it. To me, is what it feels like. You can't just do that. I mean, it's not profitable to do that for anybody here. I guess if you wanted to throw them into all your every bet you make as part of the parlay, you could root for them. But imagine how much money you'd have on the line. So, all right, the uh, game back a couple of weeks ago was 4-1 Vegas in San Jose. And for San Jose, their last two games have been one goal games. Now they've both been at home, and their margins of defeat on the road have all been by more than 1.5 goals. They've lost by two, they've lost by three, they've lost by six, they've lost by two, and they've lost by four. That was during a 5-game road trip. That's the only games they've played on the road so far. They were all on the Eastern time zone for the most part. Most of them were the East teams, and they did play Nashville as well. And they only scored 3 goals in those 5 games. Uh, they started off the season. They weren't able to score only 1 goal in their first 7 games. They scored 0 or 1 goal. Then they scored 2 against Pittsburgh at home. They scored 2 against Philly at home, and then last game, of course, they scored 3 against Edmonton. So, Sharks, they're absolutely terrific. We know that. They'll probably could crush them. I mean, it feels like history. But and here's the other thing. I mean, the Sharks are plus 1.5 at plus 160, which obviously that's pretty nice. But they also plus 2.5 goals for the Sharks. And I'm only going to give out plus 1.5. I tend to only give out what we give out, what we could give out here at Tony'sPicks.com. But plus 2.5 goals is minus 130 or so, probably, maybe minus 140. and I would only take the Sharks here at a price like this. If they beat them 6-0, you know, have my money, or you can lay off. Obviously, that's your choice. But I'm on the Sharks, and that's a look at hockey. Thank you. Thank you for your comments and your picks. There are two games in college football on Friday night. North Texas is going to take on SMU. How about Shmoo here laying a big number at home? 17 points here in this one. I'm showing 18 now at Circa. This one just keeps going up. And I'm, I'm not against it. This one goes off at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific. I mean, I could only look, two ways at this one. I mean, SMU, I would think, is going to beat this team, and I think they're going to probably do a pretty good number on them. 67 is going down here to 66 and a half. I'm on, it feels to me it's SMU and under. So, what could the score be of a game of this game? Looking at it, 45 to 20. I wanted to go under. 41 to 21. 41 to 21. That works. 41 to 21. SMU wins. Mark it down. Exact score line. That's where I'm going. SMU and under. This one opened as high as 71 and a half. 72 and a half actually was the highest opener. At Bet Online is where that opened 72 and a half, and now all the way down here to as low as 66 and a half. I believe in the moves here in this one. Yeah, we're laying a tax here with SMU. It opened as low as 14. It's all the way up to 17. I like SMU here, and
Good play. Good
um,
play.
probably like the under as well. But let me make it SMU my play. Lay some big points here. SMU rolls tonight by 20 or more as my free play. Here is North Texas for Solo. And Solo was going over. So Solo and I, we are completely opposite here. We're Solo. That's okay. There's a lot of games with a lot of disagreements. I'm going to take SMU to blow out North Texas here. We'll see if I can get on that total, um, maybe for a premium. And one more from the Mountain West tonight. It's Wyoming coming here to Las Vegas to take on UNLV. Now, here's the thing: UNLV, while they've had a great season, and I've been excited about watching the Rebels and seeing this community, um,
Steam play.
have a good season, no doubt about it. Well, they're taking on Wyoming. Now, this is a little bit different, I think. Here for me, I want to trust maybe Wyoming. I know the move has been here on Vegas, no doubt about it. You see that total there, 50 and a half. Um, I don't know where they're getting that necessarily. I mean, I guess I know where they're getting it, but all of my indications are this one is certainly under this number. Uh, whether or not I'm kind of good at, maybe as many as 10 points more or lower here. So it could be a premium, but Wyoming could be a premium for me too. I like Wyoming in this game, maybe to win outright here against Vegas. That's gonna be my pick in this one. See what I got here. I know I had some good notes on this, but just kind of blowing off the handicaps at this point with so many games today. But again, we've been high on Vegas, no doubt about it. We've done a good They've done obviously a great job getting numbers, 4-1 in conference too. Don't forget, and 12-9 their last 21 Mountain West games, and not a great home favorite. I'll tell you that, but it hasn't happened very often of late. But they are 8-13 their last 21 games as a home favorite, 1-1 so far this season. Odom in his career as a head coach has been a decent home favorite. He's not exactly coach has been around for many years, but he is 15-10 against the spread as a home favorite. Wyoming 8-11 ATS, last 19 as a road underdog, but 2-1 so far this season. So give me Wyoming here. I would think that this is a defensive game to me. I know that UNLV, they've been on a roll. They're averaging like 40 points a game in the last 7 games. They've played some weaker teams, certainly right now. They lost at Fresno 20, 24 to 31 as a 10-point dog. I don't know if you can equate that game necessarily, but they've been, really good offensively. They average over like 400 yards a game, more than 400 for sure. Now, Michigan game, just you could throw that out, but they had 400 yards over against every team so far this season. 5 of their 7 games have gone over, so that is something to consider. But the sharps are on the under. I'm on. This is one where I'm tailing these. I've already liked the under. The sharps are been there hasn't been a huge move despite you know some really sharp action to the under. And I like the under probably. Take Wyoming tonight. Solos on Wyoming. UNLV they do. They got UNLV's done a great job. Hi BZ, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh boy, I've got to blow up my screen here. Try to look at that hat. Oh, it's a money bag hat. Okay, I like that. My family. Well, I'll tell that story later. Thanks, you guys, for your opinions on the college football. There was also another. There's a. Oh, I think there's an HBCU. Grambling's playing Pine Bluff tonight. Pine Bluff's 1-8. I don't know if I can get a premium out of that, but maybe we'll throw something in the Discord on some action college football. All right, I don't know where to go with this. You guys already said we're going to start college basketball, so let's look at your games now in case you guys got to run. I didn't pick your guys' game that you guys were so hot on in the chat there. I knew that, maybe you guys would or want, or I don't know, because there hasn't been a good reaction to let's play the whatever game you guys want game here. But let's get to that San Diego State basketball game. We're going to be on college basketball now for a couple of. I've got just like 4 games picked out for today, so if we can get a few more in here, that'd be great. So BYU and San Diego State certainly is worth talking about. I just was kind of going towards because here's the thing about this. This is I believe this one's ESPN Plus. Those are the games I was kind of trying to leave off my. Like I was only going to preview like major. I don't know what you'd call them, cable game, national TV cable game. Like start with ESPN, Fox, you know, big until you get down to like the ESPN conference networks type of thing. But this one, I believe, is ESPN Plus tonight with BYU and San Diego State. Love this matchup. I've attended this game so many times in my life, including one of the biggest ones ever that we lost when Jimmer came in and beat San Diego State on a Saturday morning, whatever it was, 11 a.m. game or something like that. The time wasn't good. Maybe it was 1 p.m. I don't know. Maybe we were lining up at 11 a.m. to get in because that was so big. That must have been 15 or 20 years ago with Jimmer, right? All right. I know this one's down to the bottom of the card. Let's take a look. Because I did have a strong opinion in the game, and I will be happy to give it out on a card like today. If you have any other games, just let's go rapid fire and just make picks. Is the way I feel about it. And yeah, I'm going San Diego State. You better believe it. I'm going San Diego State in this one. This is game number 863 here on the road with the Aztecs. They're getting one or what? They might not be quite getting one or two now. Let me take a look. But I see this going on. I see San Diego State. I mean, I think we can kind of give out. If I like the side in total, I mean, there are so many games, and well, I don't know. This was a maybe it was a candidate actually, both side and total for a premium. Um, the way I'm looking at it with my numbers currently in the total right now at 145. BYU is a 2-point favorite. The total 145. And thank you for asking me about this. If my opinion of San Diego State, I'm pretty high on this group. And maybe your comments, saying why is San Diego State why are they only a 2.5-point favorite? Maybe I agree with that to a certain extent, but yeah, 2.5-point dogs. Sorry. Look, thank you, guys. You know what I meant here, but yeah, why are they only a 2-point dog? Maybe you were thinking that they might want to be a 2-point favorite here in this one. So, man, you guys are hot today. All of a sudden, let's just start giving out picks here in this one. I'm just going with my numbers, and it's San Diego State for me. Give them to me plus 2.5. I am also strong on the under. Either of these, you know, maybe wait a little bit. I want to see some movement, but either of these were prime to me, I think, for premiums in my book at this point. So, um, look, am I the first to be against my teams? Maybe I am, but not today. I think San Diego State. I think we're going. I think I'm one of those guys. I think San Diego State's strong. I think San Diego State's going right back to um, you know, to the final stages of the tournament, whether it be the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight. The team is that good. Yeah, I had some concerns in the opener, certainly, with the way things went. And we'll see again, but I think I think they might be being overlooked again. And let's take San Diego State here, big game here, and I like it to go under tonight. Let me go back and wherever your game is here, I'm going to try to find them. Go ahead and type them in. And the only way we won't do your games is if I can't find them. I know the rotation numbers aren't necessarily nouveau riche anymore. Is that a word? Is that French? Is that French? Uh, but there's so many. People don't use them anymore. Okay, 827, 828. People don't use the road. Don't you guys go to the window in some of your jurisdictions and have to say the rotation number? You don't have to, you guys. I'll find them eventually. I have opinion in this game, certainly. Maybe not strong on the side just yet, so I'll leave it at that. Miami is a 9-point favorite here. I think that's probably my lean. That's where the light. I don't know. Let me take a look at the major steam here from the line service. There are so many, you guys, on those moves. I don't know how we can tackle it. But for me, I'm on the under for sure. This is it feels pretty strong to me here with Central Florida and Miami. This is 827, 828.
Steam play.
and it's down to 144, as high as 147 on the opener, I believe. I saw as high as 147 and a half at SIA. So this has been a significant move here to the under. Probably not getting the best value out of it. So it feels comfortable for me to give this one. I think the number here of Miami is fine. I think Miami. I think it's going to. Right now, I'm saying it's coming close to that 9 at this point. Maybe lean Miami here, but I'm going to give out the under as my play in this one. All right, solo coming up here, Florida and Virginia. Oh, maybe that might have been one of the games I had selected. Let me see. Oh no, it isn't. Okay, great. Thank you, Solo. Let's see here. Florida and Virginia. This is 8-19, 8-20. This game is being played in Charlotte. And showing the little bit of movement here. The tickets are running in favor of Florida here in this one, but Virginia is a 1.5 point favorite currently, and the total here is 135. So not much movement really off of the opener, which was generally around Virginia -1. So boy, this one I'm not real too thrilled with this one yet. I don't know. This one hopefully you'll get my feel when I say this is strong, this is almost premium. This one I might have to go to the old to the old phone here and see, because I know I had a note on this one. And I do want to look at some betting percentages here in this game. What do you guys have in Florida and Virginia here? All right, I think I know where I'm going. All right. I might have to go to the stats here. Even I want to make a pick. I want to make a pick on the air for you guys, and my numbers aren't quite working out for me here in this with this game. I saw as low as 133.5 on the opener. A couple of online books had it at that number. And if anything, I was kind of looking, but the total's gone up here now to 135 ish.
Final.
Did I say? Yeah, 135. So that has me also perplexed. All right. All right, this one's a coin flip for me here. Tickets are running right now. What did I say? 54%? All right, you got thanks, Solo. I need help on this one here. So obviously, I'm not going to be spreading very much conviction here, but to me, what I've done here is I've gone into looking at some of the moves from Sports Insights. That's a one-line service that I like to use, and I'm showing that the steam that has been producing winners so far. Remember, we're only 6 days in here to the season or so, but the steam that has been producing the best winning percentage so far, the type of steam that's been winning, the best betters to a certain extent on Florida. I'm trusting this move then on Florida. Also, because there's been most of the action has kind of been on Virginia, it looks like to me, and then the sharps are coming in and taking Florida, and those sharps that keep coming in this season so far and going against the move a little bit has been successful. In other words, the good bettors are taking Florida, and the bad bettors are taking Virginia. So that's going to settle it for me. I'm going to take Florida here in this one. And I'll just take them at a pick. I mean, I think they're actually getting a point here now, a point and a half. Florida is the pick, and a little bit more conviction now than previously here after seeing that is a pretty popular play with the sharps, actually. So Florida it is for me. All right. Do we have any more matchups here? Oh, Cindy has one here. What did I see? Here is Oakland and Illinois. Ooh. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. I don't mind some of these bigger spreads. She says it's 24 and a half right now. And I know it was as low as 23. This is 845, 846 in your rotation. And I'm showing right now, yeah, 24, 24 and a half for the most part. Total, which opened as low as 147 and a half. Well, that's also gone up here to as high as 151. So as much as a 3.5 point move to the over here with Oakland and Illinois today. Let's take a look. 845, 846. Head on to Champaign. And for me, I've got I think I'm ready to go. Double play here. Well, let me see. Cindy said she does like the Golden Grizzlies here in this one. Thank you, Peter. We'll do it then. We'll try to do some of those rapid fires for you. Appreciate that comment. And I don't know if it was 90%. The moves might have hit. Appreciate that very much. And Cindy likes Oakland here. Okay, I'm going to mark Cindy's play down as liking Oakland. I don't want to say I was going the other direction. I want to respect it was her game. Um, the steam did come in on Illinois, but that was I said Cindy that I saw 23, but look, this was a big card. Apparently, there was as low as 21 and a half on this one, and they hit that, and it's now gone up. So maybe I could exercise some caution and respect your play there. I will go over. While the move has gone up considerably, the move apparently is getting stronger as it goes along. In other words, groups that are moving on the game uh, are winning groups, and they keep piling on here at this point. You're going to want to get this one now. I don't know how higher it can go, but we obviously had so many of those games yesterday where those moves, especially on the totals, were really high or significant 3, 4, 5 plays. So, all right. And it looks like that's it for the requests of the games. So let's go into the games now that I have previewed a little bit, or I don't know what I have on them. I just have my plays here, I think, at this point, is what we're ending up dealing with because of so many games. And, everyone else, you guys can break it down. You guys know the personnel. I'm playing algorithms anyways. I'm not always going to have the side that looks like the right side. So hopefully you guys can respect that. I'm one of the few market handicappers, willing to come on YouTube and, well, I don't know, fire out rapid fire plays like that. Okay, Texas A&M here and Ohio State. Remember, the steam isn't a play, but definitely reporting it, right? I'm a reporter first and foremost. All right, Texas A&M, Ohio State here for me. I know it's going to be one play for me in this one is Texas A&M tonight against the Bucks on the road. I'm willing to take A&M here. You see the line. This is 803, 804. And you see how really it's virtually a pick 'em here. Both teams come in having won their first game of the season. And obviously we know A&M, pretty good team coming in. They beat Commerce 78-46 in their opener, and A&M. Uh, let's see. No, they've got some pretty good, strong guys. Certainly, none bigger maybe than uh, Taylor, but they've got Hefner, they've got Carter, good guys. And Ohio State, I mean, they should have a pretty decent season too. They did beat Oakland 79-73 in their opener. That was a high scoring 152 there. And, Gale, Thornton, Key for the Bucks. So, if anything, I'm probably total. Let's see, 137 and a half up to 138 and a half. I got nothing for you. I'm just going to take Texas A&M in this one on the road. They're the ranked team. Could be tough. Thank you, Londo, for your UFC bet on Pavlovich there. And what a card that's going to be from Madison Square Garden. Wow. I mean, don't forget other great action tonight, this weekend. Hey, here's a matchup for you. No one said any. Well, I guess, hey, nobody wants some big matchups, or maybe everybody has their own opinions on the matchups. I only make it a point to talk. I mean, there are going to be great matchups all season. We meet sometimes in these tournaments too. Don't forget um, over the holiday, you get some great. But this is old fashioned in a way. This is. I know you. I'm kidding you, but this is what we used to call a home and home. You don't see this very much anymore in a way. You got such tough conference schedules and payday games out there. These guys are doing it the old fashioned way here with Arizona and Duke. They're going to get together at least for a couple years here and play a home and home as two teams like this. This is the way they used to do it. And Arizona and Duke here, why not? This is a featured game of the day, certainly with Duke. Are they number two? No, come on. Duke's not number two. Are they number two in your book? The number, we'll see. I mean, it's a long way to go. And maybe this is the spot, uh, for Duke here, laying some points at home against Arizona. I would imagine they could beat Arizona here in this one and probably even cover here. I don't, it's only going to make them a little bit more popular also with voters, with betters. Thank you, Cindy, for your play or your Murray State. I'll try to look at that. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Londo, for your UFC there. Hey, Londo, stop by if you can on my podcast that I do. I do a UFC. If I could just interject here a little bit on this, let me make this play and then I'll talk to you. Duke at home, lock it in. No, no doubt, Londo. Look, this is Duke, and the thing about is maybe it's just taken a little bit for a little bit of time for Shire to kind of work. I think Shire wants to do it uh, respectfully with the Coach K style, but you just can't do. Remember, even Coach K. Remember when he started to give in and say, what, I'll do. He was one of the first kind of major coaches to say, what, I will do the one and dones, and I thought he did it well. I thought he did it well, but I think now with NIL, with the way you can get recruit, it's going to bring maybe teams like Duke back a little bit too. I think where players that stay. Look, Duke's had a lot of success. Yeah, they went to the one and dones, but they've also had a lot of success with their players. Well, maybe it was before guys were leaving a little bit, but 4-year guy. You think of the guys that can come in and do it over the long haul a little bit is what it feels like to me. So, all right, this one actually ends up pretty close in my book. I'm not even sure I like the game even that much, but um, And again, not necessarily it's not neutral site, but it's in Charlotte. I mean, Duke is kind of a pseudo home team here. Cinegretti, hello, hi Cinegretti. Yeah, we talked about the. Um, oh, okay. And Cindy, I'll try to get to another game of yours. Let's do it. And I'll just, oh man, I got to make the call here, don't I? I'll just take Duke here in this one. I did. I'm sorry I said that, you guys, about in Charlotte, right? I was talking about the Virginia Florida game. This one, I believe, is on campus, right? Yeah. This one's not in Charlotte. The Virginia Florida game is in Charlotte. We're just right. They're right next to each other on the schedule. So, all right. Real quick, I just want to mention Londo. Are you there still? So, Londo, I just want to say something here to you that if you have time, please, or I don't need. I'm not telling you to go watch my pod. That's not. But if you are available, maybe if you can subscribe to my. Uh, I don't want to do it on Tony's channel, but I do have a podcast. If you type in Ramon Scott MMA picks, I think you might find it. And I have a MMA podcast each week, and I'd love to have your comments in there. We do it usually on anywhere from is Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. But if you subscribe and put the notifications on, you don't have to. And I'm not trying to jeopardize Tony's channel. He knows about the podcast and everything. And it's with a top MMA handicapper who has like 20,000 followers on Twitter. He's very, very good. And he always has a top notch MMA handicapper on as his guest each week. Some of the biggest names in YouTube, internet handicapping that you might be familiar with on the show. We've had some of the biggest good name, real good handicappers. So just want to pass that along. I know Tony don't mind too much about that because I make picks on MMA here. And I just don't have time to cover it on our show here, really, or even on Saturdays. All right, Tennessee and Wisconsin here. Tennessee on the road, 861, 862 here. And in this one, take a look. All right, showing currently that Tennessee on the road here, a 2-point favorite. Let me take a look, 861, 862, make sure. We got maybe some breaking injury information here right now on this game. So let's take a look at what we have. Okay, it's going to be Wisconsin guard Esigian. He is questionable for tonight's game. Not a big impact player, but certainly someone worth taking note here. It's not affecting the line at all. I'm showing Tennessee anywhere from a 2.5 point favorite for the most part. Total definitely has gone up here though to 133, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not seeing it that way. Come on, Wisconsin at home. I'm probably going to tend to end up on the under here. I would think in this game, especially if it's going to. Now it was as high as 135.5, but I do show as low as 130.5. But if you're going to dangle a number like this in front of me, I'm going to take the under here with Tennessee and Wisconsin. Wisconsin at home, 133. Yeah, I think I'm interested. Let's make that. I'm not sure about the side. Let me take a look here. And boy, it's funny. If anything, I guess Wisconsin might be the lean here, getting the points at home. But I want to see a little bit. I want to see a little bit more. I think out of this one. Let me go ahead and take the under here. And I'll go under 133 with Tennessee and Wisconsin. You look at This one's on Peacock, by the way, so hopefully your Peacock subscription is working. Peacock is going to have a lot of college basketball, actually. So if you're not on Peacock, I guess you could stream it. Someone's find another stream. Wisconsin beat Arkansas State 105-76 in their opener. And where's Blake? Tennessee rolled Tennessee Tech, of course, 80-42. Not a good performance in that one by Tech. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. I'll go back and see what your games were there. I know you had two of them, and maybe if we could just touch on them. You said you liked Murray State against Tennessee Tech. So we just talked a little Tennessee Tech action. Let me see if I can come up with something. Cindy likes Murray State -12. Oops.
System play.
All right, that's 843. 843, 844. Okay, I'm down. Cindy says she likes Murray State in that one. And if Cindy likes Murray State, I am going to give out, I believe, let's see, open 143.5, down here to 141.5. I'm going to go with the under. So let's do a little Cindy and Ramon. Maybe we can get a little parlay together. Cindy's on Murray State, and I will take the under. How's that? What? Yeah, Cinegretti. Did I miss the comment on Air Force Long Island? Is it a basketball? Is that who they're playing in basketball? And Cindy, I saw one other game from you. Let me scroll back here. Or no, maybe it was at Oakland, Illinois. Okay, we might be all caught up. Oh wait, I think I have one more here that I've put into the system here to look at tonight. A late one with Memphis and Missouri. This one goes off at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific. And feels like a premium, you guys, but there's so many games. I like Missouri here very confidently. It feels like in this one, there's been some steam. Let me take a look at the current line because I feel like I might be getting some value here. Maybe it's moved to 2.5. Game number 869. It has, right? Yeah, 2.5 for sure. 2.5, 159.5. High scoring game here with Memphis and it's not. Yeah. I like Missouri here -2.5. It was as high as 3.5, so I guess the move is on Memphis. Caution there, but I don't care with so many games tonight. All right, you guys. I don't know how we're going to do this. If you guys really want this, I'm willing to do it. And I don't know how long it's going to take. It's 8 o'clock right now, and I still wanted to talk a few college basketball games. But you guys seem to be interested in that widely reported steam. There's just so many moves. I'll read them off. I'm sure they're going to tell me not to do it because it seems so tedious and boring. But I do want to try to fulfill the requests of the chat and of the team, and that's what this show should be about. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I don't know. Could take a minute. Could take 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll just have to rewind it. I don't have any graphics or anything like that. Looks wants it, and saw at least 2 other requests. And I think if you for every one that says it, I mean, I don't know how many. With we got over 3 dozen people watching, but I guess that would mean if one wants it, at least 4 or 5 people want it. And then maybe other people would like to hear it if it was available. So here we go. This is reported steam from Don Best, that steam play that you hear if you subscribe to the Don Best service that tells you these games have already moved. So when you look at them, it's up to you to kind of determine, has it moved too far? Do I like the move? But there's no doubt when you look at the play that I give you, most often 90 to 95% of the time, the play will have moved negatively against this. Where like you're not getting the value, but the reason it's moved is because the money's been plunked down. Could be an injury. That might be something you have to determine. With college basketball, it's usually just sharp action. So that's why it's so good in college basketball. Let's go. Solo says, let's hear it. One time. Cindy says, let's go. I got all day. Or as Mike would say, I goy artificial intelligence day. Just kidding, Mike. Here we go. I don't have all day. We're going to end this show here real soon, but this might be the college basketball feature. Maybe we'll make a video out of this. I don't know. Here we go. It is in rotation order, so that should make it easy. And it's everyone that's come out so far. Here we go. College of Charleston at a pick'em. I will not be saying the opponent here either, unless I need to. Michigan minus 15. Youngstown and Michigan over 149.5. Furman minus 6. Belmont and Furman over 158. Akron minus 7. Southern Miss and Akron under 142.5. Ohio State at a pick. Purdue minus 26.5. Citadel plus 10. Boston College and Citadel under 143. Oregon State minus 6. Wake Forest and Georgia over 153.5. Monmouth, West Virginia under 142. Virginia and Florida over 133.5. Chattanooga plus 5.5. Chattanooga and Louisville under 153. Samford and VCU over 146.5. North Carolina A&T and Greensboro under 141. Miami of Florida minus 7.5. Central Florida and Miami of Florida under 147. Cincinnati minus 23. Rio Grande Valley plus 1. Rio Grande Valley and South Dakota over 151. Rice minus 7. Mississippi minus 13. Eastern Washington and Ole Miss under 146.5. Tennessee Tech plus 13.5. Tennessee Tech and Murray under 144.5. Illinois minus 24. Oakland and Illinois over 148.5. Kansas minus 33.5. Dayton and Northwestern over 126. Marquette minus 23.5. Ryder and Marquette under 147.5. Butler minus 18.5. St. Thomas minus 5.5. Illinois Chicago minus 4. Little Rock, Illinois Chicago under 152.5. Yale plus 13.5. Tennessee and Wisconsin under 132.5. San Diego State and BYU over 147. So we don't always go with this team. Oregon minus 16. Montana and Oregon under 144.5. Sacramento State and Stanford under 142. Missouri minus 2. IUPUI and Valpo over 145. Colorado State minus 9. Wright State and Colorado State over 155.5. Virginia Tech minus 4. Virginia Tech and South Carolina under 141.5. California minus 9.5. Pacific and Cal under 142.5. Davidson and Maryland under 138.5. Let's go to the added board now. Long Island plus 9.5. Talk about that. There's that Long Island Air Force game. At least we have that coverage. Also, Air Force Long Island under 136. So that's Long Island plus 9.5, under 136. Kennesaw and Florida State over 149.5. South Carolina Upstate plus 15. Rutgers minus 20.5. Boston U and Rutgers under 129.5. Binghamton and Pittsburgh under 145. Penn State minus 15.5. Lehigh and Penn State under 145.5. Oklahoma minus 31.5. Mississippi Valley and Oklahoma over 139. Texas minus 29.5. Iowa minus 30.5. Alabama State and Iowa over 155.5. Bellarmine plus 19. Nicholls State plus 21.5. Washington State minus 19. Cal Baptist minus 8. That's it. Oh, and look, I left that Missouri banner up. That was dumb of me. All right, we're gonna do it again. No, I'm just kidding. So hopefully that worked out. Hopefully that was something cool. I know it's a lot of information. Let me continue on. I got more football. I'm gonna look at 5 college football games for Sunday if I can, real quick, and then get out of here. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if that's what we want. Maybe we could produce that in the Discord. Also, that's something we can do. I'm looking into different ways to get that important information to you. Let me pop in the Discord here. Join me. Plays. I had, some winners in the Discord yesterday. I think. Pop in the Discord. Join me in there. I'll try to bring you some more winners. Let me see what my Discord. You guys are starting to crank in the Discord too. Thank you, Brent, Perky, Gerardo, Blake, Sportsologist in there yesterday as well. We gave out James Madison as our Discord play yesterday. That came in as a big winner. We also gave out Pepperdine. So I guess both of our plays worked there in the Discord. So want free winners? There's 2 of them. At least from me, and I know we had some guys in there with some picks, but I gave you a couple in the Discord. So also check out in the Discord. If you put I don't want it to bother, and I don't want anybody. If you're going to put some information in there, please make it your best. Not too much frivolous, because I want people to put on the notifications. I think you can put them on for each person. That might work. And if you put them on for me, then I'll come up with injuries to your phone, picks to your phone. You got to turn on the notifications. All right. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about a Telegram channel. I don't know. Tony, help. How about some Telegram? I don't know what we're doing. Any way to be in touch with you guys a little more. College football for Saturday coming up. I need a drink of water. All right. A few college football plays. Again, we'll just get it done real quick. And get on out of here. 2 hours. Thanks a lot, you guys. As always, they want me off the air, but we got games, man. We got a million games. What do you want? You want picks? Arizona and Colorado. This one's for Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific. Got Arizona here on the road, up to a 10-point favorite against the Buffs. I'm still talking Colorado football. I think it's funny how, what Colorado needs to do to get any better. They're terrible. I mean, they're way overrated. Colorado was one of the worst teams in the country for like the last 10 years. You guys, this is amazing what Colorado has accomplished this year. Okay, you got, they're supposed to be this good, right? Are they? Are they what we thought they were? Are they what we were expecting to get? Am I making any sense the way I'm saying it? Because this has been a really bad program, for the last, for years. And, to come up with this kind of season has been pretty good. I mean, come on. That's, I guess the other argument is, yeah, but if you're going to talk and walk with that much swag, you're supposed to back it up. Well, my counter, and I'm not trying to be the Dion guy here, but I often like to point out great accomplishments in turning, in things like this. And you never know. I don't think when Dion and his sons went to Jackson State, they were like, "Hey, let's parlay this into some D1 opportunity." Uh, it's pretty cool how it worked out, and if it was going to work out, Colorado Boulder's a beautiful play. All that we've talked about Colorado forever, right? This season, and I'm still on them. I'm still on them in this type of role uh, as a home dog here against. I know Arizona's great. We've been loving Fafita. We've been talking about Fafita, and look how this total was as high as let's say 57.5, and now I'm starting to see as low as 54. I've seen 54, and I feel like this is going to be an under game. I feel like this is the under game, even with the way things are going. So I know I'm going to be contrarian here, and I like that. But how contrarian can it be, right? In fact, I said, what did I say? 56 and 58 was the highest opener that I saw. So I'm just going to do Colorado and under right here on the show right now. I'm not going to have as many college football videos this week with all this college basketball and whatnot. So let me just cut to the chase. And I'm on the Buffs here. Look, Arizona's been super. This has been awesome to be 6-3. Talk about keeping things going here. Arizona's done a nice job, and yeah, is Colorado under 500 now? You bet they are. They're going to go to a bowl, maybe not. If they win this one, that'd be pretty big, and I don't think they're deserving. This spread's been moving towards Arizona, but it has been moving sharply to the under as well. So, like I said, Fafita looks like a very good college quarterback, and we've talked him up early from the get go when he started to move into the to the role here and start to have some success. So, but right now, I think this is a spot more for. To me, they continue to want to rate Colorado. Uh, has it gone a little bit awry here? But if anything, right? If all the people are saying, "Hey, Colorado's not all that," well, you know what? They haven't. They're right. The public has been right because of the uh, little bit of decline here in Colorado. So I think we've got a good opportunity here, a little bit of buy low with the Buffs, and I'm going to take them certainly. This is the Pac-12 after all, the conference of cannibalism. Here's Miami and Florida State college football action here for Saturday. With this this was the game, probably one of my favorite matchups year in and year out of all the different rivalry games. This one always captivated my attention in my youth, especially my later high school and early college years. Probably one of my, and even beyond that, getting together with friends and partying and having a great time. Miami and Florida State, this really to me brings back some great memories. This is 127 and 128 here with Florida State laying these 2 touchdowns at home. With so many games and all that college football, I'm willing to go out on a limb and probably just give both out here in this one because I want to lay it with the Seminoles. Look, I'll say it right now. I know that there's a very popular man that we all love on one of these channels, but the head coaching situation is not working out. I don't think, sir, long term. I know that in the back of your mind, you've got to have some questions as well right now with Cristobal long term being able to solve this the way it's going right now. It has been nice to have a little bit of resurgence here. It feels like of late, but if we're going to take that next step, I don't know if this is necessarily our man to do it. Now he could I'll also put one game on the situation here. But this would be great to be able to give Florida State their first loss, but I don't see it happening. I've got this one probably a blowout. I've got it probably in a high scoring blowout. Unfortunately for Florida State in this one, that's what I feel. I would say I probably prefer. Um, yeah, I don't know. Kind of like them equal actually. The Sharps seem to prefer the over in this one, and they pretty much have been hitting it out of the park in games like this all season long. So that total hanging out 51, 51 and a half right now. And I'll take Miami to roll. I'm sorry, Florida State to roll, of course. I think I was very clear on that. Florida State to roll and the over. Giving out a double play here in this one on the show. Yeah, Thomas, I get you, but just I guess I'm just thinking about the day, when Miami really right the heyday a little bit. Some of those games were really over the top and really good, primed. It's almost also the Miami Florida State. That's what kind of now. Granted, I always loved it when it sometimes was a noontime start, but when college football prime time really started to come into the play a little bit, even in the 90s, a little bit more, this always was, pretty great when this one would be a night game at either stadium. I'm pretty sure they've had that plenty of times. Right, Utah and Washington here. Uh, Action. This one's for Saturday. This one's going off at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Maybe we can cover a few
Final.
more games tomorrow with being college football Saturday. We'll try to get more action. Of course, we do have some more college basketball as well. And maybe we're shifting the focus. I've also kicked to the curb some of the teams that probably not going to make it to bowls, or if both teams weren't necessarily bowl eligible. These two are going bowling for sure. As Washington comes in with their undefeated record, of course, right now at 9-0, and Utah, they've had a pretty good season too, at 7-2. This total, I understand, has dipped all the way to 50. I did see Circa opened at 57 and a half on Sunday,
Final.
which that for a Utah game kind of seems I want to say, of course, it seems high, but I don't know if it does. I feel like they've got it wrong to a certain extent. I feel like I feel like this one's going over actually, because I'm really with Penix at home right now and the groove that he's in. I want to. First of all, I think I'm on Washington. I'm not ready to make a play on it necessarily. So you won't get a double play for me, I don't think, out of this one. I think I'm on
Final.
uh, Washington here. Let me see. Um, I know that there are I thought there was a minor injury concern. I don't know if it was one necessarily you guys are interested in necessarily, because Utah's quarterback situation with Jackson here questionable. So that's probably one of the reasons. Certainly, McMillan for Washington questionable, and Utah also. Um, no, nothing's really come up too much of late, other than that quarterback. I'm not dealing with the long-term quarterbacking situation for Utah. We've moved past that quite a while ago, and uh, figure out. Mike, are we getting a Bitcoin boost today? I didn't see anything yet, and I have notifications on. Is that what you mean? Are we getting a big time push right now in Bitcoin? I need to know. Thomas says Utah's been coming on. I've got the over in this one. Let's go over the number here of 50. You can grade me at 51 if you'd like. Was much higher. It might go lower. I don't know. But I'm going to take over in this one with Utah and Washington. It could be. Let me see. I thought there was some weather concerns here in this game, but I'm still that maybe that's why you're seeing this move go under a little bit as well. But I like over here. Tennessee and Missouri action here for Saturday. This is game number 195 and 196. Tennessee on the road. Fix the graphic. I believe Missouri did open up a 1 point favorite here in this game, and Tennessee has moved to the favorite now here on the road. And number 195 and 196. Yeah, circa open Missouri a 1 point favorite. Totals open mostly around 57 and a half, maybe 50, maybe up to 58. I show this game did go as high as 60, and then there's been some serious buyback here. And it's been pretty significant to say the least. I mean, I could only look at probably that under here. I know maybe I'm not getting the best price, but the sharps have been hitting the under. I'm showing it maybe even uh, 80 or 90% of sharp action coming in on the under. That's probably the way I would lean. And I also think the move to Tennessee is pretty good too. I want to give Missouri a chance here, but I don't think it's going to work out for them necessarily. I think the move is right. I'm not getting much value at all on this one, so I feel comfortable giving it out on the show. Tennessee and under double play here for Saturday. Tennessee needs it. Both teams 7-2 coming in. So great game, one of the best games of the day for sure. And okay, might want to. Okay, thank you, Mike. Want to cash out some of that Bitcoin today? Thank you. I'll look at that right away. What was some other crazy? Oh, we're not here to talk about investing. I mean, oh, you know where our investing is, you guys. Everything else is just goofing around. This is the serious stuff. All right, I got one more here, and then we'll get out of it. We got to get out of here. Auburn and Arkansas, another good matchup. Not as good as the other one, but a good rival. We're good here. 197, 198 for Eastern, and one Pacific here with these two. Got right now coming in Auburn 5-4, Arkansas just 3-6. But I'm never going to pass an opportunity to talk about some uh, SEC ball, especially when I pretty much feel like I've got a strong play on this one. Um, on the under here, I think that I hope that total's wrong. Yeah, 40. I'll call it 48 just to give myself a little bit of a challenge. You guys, I know can find it a little bit higher, and if you're interested, I'm not interested in the side at all at this point. Maybe I'm keeping it for a premium here, but I do like the under. This one was as high as 52 and a half here in this one between these two teams, but I would think at home, sharp action running pretty heavy in favor of the under, probably at least 5 or 6 to 1, maybe 4 or 5 to 1 tickets coming in from sharps on the under, and they've been strong this season. So, anyways, I'm going to take the under here with these two teams, Auburn and Arkansas, and I'm going to get off the air. Wish I had more for you. Wish I had more time with you, but uh, they really don't want me on that too long. We do. It is awesome though here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. You got midday plays, Mindy Hahn, Tiffany Mance, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. We also have Tony T with his predictive modeling show that comes on Monday through Friday. Check out Tony's new show with predictive modeling and his app that he's been promoting as well. And of course, it's Tony with the Pick Dogs crew, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. If you go to the Tony's channel, I'm hanging out in the chat there every day, just typing any information. I'm listening to the show, I'm handicapping, making some last minute bets, and if anything comes across, I usually type it right in the chat, and sometimes I even make a play or two. And then at the end of the show, I always pick my play when Tony says, "Which one do you guys like?" I always pick one of the plays from the Pick Dogs crew if I can, and agree with them. And we have a good time in there. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lux. Thank you, Sinegretti. Thomas, as always, thank you so much. Love you, man. You do so much for me, keeping the chat going. So thank you so very, very much. And thank you to all the people in the chat. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including mine on Friday. College basketball. I'm going to be hitting this really hard, even with this early schedule. Get ready for plays from me. Look, I had 12 yesterday. I would imagine we're going to have 12 more or so today. So you get your money's worth if you want to tackle this card. We do have a guarantee, actually, and that is you will get your credits back to your account if I don't cash or somebody doesn't cash or anybody doesn't cash. You can go to another capper, forget about Ramon, or
System
hang
play.
with Ramon, and I'll give you another day, another package worth whatever you buy. I'll try to have some. I'm sure I'll give a 7-pack out there for pretty inexpensive price today with
Speed play.
college basketball plays. This is a great card, and like I said, just want to show it one more time before we go, if I can. Uh, just to try to pump myself up a little bit for what's going on. You look at college basketball records for 2023. This is my specialty just because there are so many games, you guys, to choose from. Um, that's what makes it's such a great sport to bet on. I don't know why I can't bring it up here. Let me bring me up. That's what I'll do here. Might be just my browser here, lack of memory, it feels like. I don't think. So check it out. This is the 2023 NCAA basketball right here. This is since the start of the year, and you see it there. 43 and three quarters units of profit. That's betting on just $100 per game. If you bet on all my games, you'd be up $4,300. Imagine if you were betting maybe just a little bit more on that. So that's just something to consider if you're going to subscribe to the picks. This is my record here at the Tony's Picks site, totally documented. Do I go through and pick the best pick the best games out of a huge schedule? Of course, college basketball affords you that opportunity, and this is where you strike. And don't forget, my NHL and my NFL are pretty strong too, right there. If you add those 3 sports up alone since the start of the year, that is, I'll just incredible 88 units of profit. So, do I play a lot of different sports, different games? Yeah. Do you want to focus on just one? That's your choice. And I can heat up the leaderboards at any time, but just want to point that out to you before I go. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow, more morning steam with me here as we preview the Saturday action. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. For Tony'sPicks.com, this has been Ramon Scott.